the culmination of three things. One is the Block family that came and settled here many, many years ago. And they said, we are going to be Jewish in Vero Beach, and brought all of their Ruach and Koach and raised their family, lots of different generations here in this place. And in 1979, when the group in Fort Pierce said they were going further south, they came north and they gathered the Jews that were in this place and started Temple Beth Shalom. And between Sam and Charlie, and honoring all of the work that their parents, Arthur and Marion, did, they've created this incredible Beth Shalom, this incredible house of peace. A number of years ago, a family of means in our congregation made a donation saying they were hoping that Temple Beth Shalom would be able to find a way of doing the Holocaust education that is so important in our world, to teach compassion and kindness, to teach tolerance and the way that we listen and care for each other. And that slowly over time has become the Community One initiative for Holocaust education. And it's been through lots of leaders and facilitators and directors and educational coordinators. And in its last iteration, it had a wonderful facilitator, director, Shanti Sanchez, who said, oh, let's start the Butterfly Project. And she connected with somebody we're going to acknowledge later this evening, Amy Brown, who is the art teacher at Rosewood Magnet School, but also the elementary art director for all of School District of Indian River County. She wears lots of hats that are very prettily decorated, I'm sure. And so Amy said that she was going to be the first to host the Butterfly Project. And then Shanti stepped aside and we said, wait a second, who is going to lead us? And I turned to one of the young people of our congregation. Hannah grew up in our congregation. She was a teen that had lots of questions for me, didn't like all of my answers even, and I knew that in that moment she was the right one to call. And Hannah has stepped forward and taken the Community One initiative for Holocaust education from a couple of different pieces and programs we were doing with the school district into something that is truly extraordinary. We have programs at the middle school level, at the elementary school level that you will hear about tonight, and also starting next year at the high school level. We have been able to partner with Hannah and the Community One initiative to do the Butterfly Project in two different ways, outside and inside here. In our congregation, it's at Community Church, in Hope and at Unity Spiritual Center, and hopefully will spread further and further and further. Hannah has done amazing things, and she will never want that attention on herself. But if I do not offer her blessing on this Shabbat, I would not be doing her justice or doing her honor that she so well deserves. Hannah is amazing and has done, as I said, extraordinary things. And so I am going to call forward Sam Block and Hannah Daniel and Amy Brown as we are acknowledging a presentation award that was done with the school, at the school board a couple of weeks ago. And now we are going to honor that presentation here on this Shabbat.
See, I had this, now the rabbi did it, so all I have to do is say a few words and we're done. Be able to do that. Thank you, Rabbi. Did he leave? No, you're right there. Not yet. You're not leaving yet. No.
That feels a little loaded.
It was meant to be. I'm Sam Block. I'm the chairman of the Temples Foundation, which is a separate organization that we started about 7 years ago. I'm not even sure that members have been here a long time understand what the foundation does, but one of our things that we do, one of our projects that we do is the Community One initiative. We call it COI. It's very, very special to us, and Hannah is the third director that we've had, and basically what it does and why has it existed, it creates for the school system and the community a Holocaust education. We think that's important, and I think everybody here would know that. It's interesting that I think it's been almost 15 years that the government of Florida made it a law that they had to teach Holocaust education. And until we got involved in it, that's what was taught here, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to understand that. And we got involved, and now, because of Hannah and her predecessors, we've been able to provide programs for Holocaust education throughout all the schools. Rosewood was the first school that had done it. It's neat to me because that's where my daughter went in elementary school, special school. We then decided, and this year we've decided to say, you know something, we need to let the congregation know, but we need to let the community know what we're doing, okay? And we decided to give an award, okay? We decided that we are going to select someone that has been with us, worked with us in this Holocaust education, and has gone the extra mile, okay? And we said, well, let's bring it in context. And the context was, there's a lady, her family lives in Vero Beach now, as a matter of fact, and it's like Helen, but it's not. And it's Hirschman, and she was a very interesting person, a very strong person. She went through the Holocaust and survived. I look around and I think of our world today, we'd probably get rid of half our society if we had to go through a Holocaust. And this lady, and it'd be interesting, if you're interested, in the back of our congregation, we have a wall of remembrance of Holocaust. And her story is there. And if you do get an opportunity to just read about her story, it's amazing, those people and what they did and what they survived. And so we named it after her. And we feel like that's the connection, or one of the connections that we have. We then said, okay, let's make the choice. How are we going to choose? To us, as we hear, it was obvious, okay? Rosewood was the first school that dealt with the Butterfly Project, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The Butterfly Project, they jumped on it right away. Here's this lady right here, that Amy Brown, an art teacher, a dedicated art teacher at Rosewood, stepped forward and said, how do we do this? What do we do? Okay, and it got started there, and now, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll talk about it in a minute, the Butterfly Project is in every elementary school in this county in a very, very short time. What is it? What is it we're talking about? It's interesting, and I'm going to quote the rabbi. He quoted me for a while here. I'm going to quote him. This is an international initiative. It's a long story how it arrived and how it came. There's a book, there's several things about this, about butterflies. There's ceramic butterflies. What do they represent? The students go out and make them. There's things that people, the community church did one. What does that represent? Ladies and gentlemen, what it represents is every butterfly represents one child, as a rabbi, and I'll quote him, was murdered in the Holocaust. 1.5 million. That's 1.5 million children died. And we're part of it. We're going to develop this, and if you see butterflies, you'll see it out there on the display out there. You will see, to commemorate, to let the world know we can't happen again. We cannot. 1.5 million children died, and as the rabbi said, murdered, and I would have to buy into that. So, 2 weeks ago, were you there at the school board? School board, we were invited. This is another interesting thing for you all to understand. We were invited to the school board to present, is this it? Yeah. To present this plaque to Amy. And unfortunately, I was out of town, but I will tell you what I had heard. It was presented and by all the people that were at the school board gave them a standing ovation. We've come a long ways, ladies and gentlemen. Come a long, long ways. And because of people like Amy. And Amy, we'd like to present this to you. And from my viewpoint, and I hope each one of you will take the time after this service is over to thank you. Thank you for your dedication and your time to put into this program. Would you like to say a few things or not? You don't have to.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Hi, so I'm Amy Brown. I'm an art teacher at Rosewood, but I'm also the art coordinator at K through 12 for the entire district. And I just want to say thank you. This means a lot to me to have this award, to work with Hannah, to work with Community One Initiative and the Butterfly Project. It's been very, very impactful for all of my students and in the district. And we even, at the beginning of the school year, this past school year, we kind of taught the teachers, I would say, and talked to them about the Butterfly Project and just listening to them and learning everything that that they have to offer with the Butterfly Project. And these kids, I will tell you that I knew that this project, as soon as I said yes, absolutely, to teach this project, I knew it would be impactful, but I didn't realize how impactful this was going to be. There's bio cards that each of our students get, and he mentioned that it's one bio card for each child that was murdered during the Holocaust. And these students, these fifth graders, they're about 10 or 11 years old, they get this bio card, they get a name, they get a story, they get a picture. And a lot of them will look at it and go, but they were my age. Yes. Well, they did this just because they were Jewish. Yes, they did. So it's making an impact, and I am honored to be part of it, and I look forward to continuing to be a part of it and keep spreading it throughout our county. So thank you.
Amy, thank you very much for those words, and most importantly, thank you for your dedication. That's very, very important to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Hannah, you too, right? I know, I bug you all the time.
And just in case you weren't sure that, yes, you do get Temple Beth Shalom pomegranate puckers for both of you.
Oh, you can save that for the next person.
I was giving you one.
Thank you, Rella.
Would you like for Linda too?
Yeah, sure. Carol's next to me. Can I give Carol?
Carol wants one too. This is interesting. How, and now you see how this works, Amy.
Yes,
We give these the pomegranate puckers because it is said that there are 613 seeds in a pomegranate for the 613 commandments. But it's also just a reminder that each of those seeds is full of sweetness, is full of energy, but also full of incredible potential. And so we offer, instead of throwing candy at people, we do offer it a nice little bag of pomegranate puckers with the idea that may the deeds that we honor tonight, may they continue as we go from strength to strength, and that you are able to fill the world with that much potential with blessings. As we say, amen.
Amen.
And a huge thank you for all of your work, both for Amy and also for Hannah with the Community One Initiative.